Morning everyone, I'm Laura here with the Arison Studio, and I wanted to do a spiritual awakening kind of video. Now this is kind of almost like a continuation of my spiritual journey blog number 1. I thought I'd change the title of that because it's kind of more of like an awakening for me, and I've noticed like some people around me are kind of going through some similar things on YouTube, as well as the people just around my family, circle friends. Yeah, just a lot of people in kind of like a transition, opening up, major things kind of going down. So it almost feels like like hitting a rock bottom. So I thought I'd title this exactly that, Spiritual Awakening Hitting Rock Bottom. Because I just recently went through a very similar thing. And I think like my journey would kind of maybe help or give a peace of mind to other people who maybe are going through the same thing. So first off, in my first blog there, I kind of talked about feeling energy. So I'm not going to go into that too much. Basically, in a short form, within a few months, not past related, but like this would be about 3 years ago now, but in a matter of a few months, I started feeling energy. I became very interested in tarot, divination, just looking into more of that kind of stuff. And yeah, and it progressed very quickly and rapidly for me. Even meditations, like boom, right away, like experience after experience after experience. Like each time I meditated, it was a different experience. And so I was constantly having to catch up, trying to figure out what was going on. So it was a huge awakening very quickly. So I was in my job, and I worked at a hotel, and it was just kind of one of those jobs like, oh, I've never worked at a hotel before, I'd love to try it, kind of whims, and I was there for like a few years, and they really liked me, but they were kind of weird people. I would watch what they would do to other people, and they were kind of cruel. Not like they would be nice to your face and then do cruel things, like as far as scheduling goes. Where human rights would definitely have like a heyday on them. Yeah, they weren't the greatest of bosses, so. But I'm not going to really go into any details with that too much. But basically, I was working on my tarot learning, learning all the cards, studying them. You get a lot of free time when you're working a front desk at a hotel that's not too busy all the time. So energy work. So I'd do the overnight shift, and I'd have like oodles of time. So I'd spend time meditating and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I was kind of working on that a lot, and slowly kind of looking at my job going, this isn't really, like, do I want to stay here? This isn't really for me. I don't know. I started going into, it was a bit, like my progression into the spiritual stuff was getting bigger, and, but I was kind of being pulled also to another direction of teaching music. Inside, I was really worried about that. Super worried. I don't know what exactly it was. Maybe not 100% feeling like that was right for me. But, I really like the financial end of things, like financial stability. Obviously you got some medical, health, coverage. We get your summers off. So there's like perks, right? But the teaching aspect of it was like, this might be okay. I don't know. We'll give it a try. So I went there, and I was there for like a week and a half, and I had to come back due to medical reasons. I totally forgot about a medical issue I had because I was so peaceful at home and in such a peaceful state doing my spirituality. I completely forgot about this medical condition that I even had because it never came up for 5 years. It never came up. Not too often. Once in a blue moon. And so yeah, totally forgot about it. Then it comes up. And, like, every day while in school, like, 3 times a day, it was like, boom, 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 hit, like, oh my gosh. I was, like, passing out in the hallways. It was awful. And then, like, on top of that, my son wasn't taking to daycare at home. So he was, like, and my husband was so worried, like, that he was going to be traumatized. So he's like, we don't raise our children this way. This is awful. And we always wanted to raise them at home, so... Yeah, so basically, long story short, I came home and stopped the school, knew that it just wasn't for me so much, and I was still working on the spiritual end of things. I didn't know where I wanted to take that, but so I was still working on it though, right? I was doing lots of learning, like, every day. So then I'm back, and I get my old job back at the hotel again, and, you know, I'm doing that, but really just, like, it was fine for maybe the first month of being back, and then I was like, ugh. This is brutal. Like, I don't know. But there was, like, nothing else here that was really, like, this is what I want to do, you know? So basically, long story short, I'm thinking more and more of, like, not, like, liking being there. But, you know, I still, like, did my job very well, and, you know, it was fine. But I hurt myself. I got an injury. And, also what with the whole spiritual thing, while I was working at my job, you know, I was afraid of coming out, like, about my developing psychic abilities that were coming out, because I was starting to see things in my meditations that I didn't realize, like, what is this? Am I just dreaming? Is this something to do with actually people? Am I seeing people that have passed over? What is this? I eventually found out I'm actually tapping into people's energies. And also the healing, you know, in your hands, the energy there. So basically, I didn't know, I didn't feel comfortable coming out in town, you know, about that, because I'm in a small town, and oh my gosh, you know, I'll never find a job again if I ever need to, you know, that kind of thing, like, all these worries, because, like, you know, just thinking that this whole town is just going to be so against me, and, like, having stakes and with fire. So, yeah, I was all worried about even just coming out. Just my close friends and family knew that I did that, and that I was working on that. So, then I got my injury at work. Oh my. The entire power just went off. And back on. That was weird. Hope everything's okay. But it's back on again, so that's good. I hope that's not my energy going, okay, crazy. So, this is on a battery, so it's not hooked up. Okay, so basically, yeah, got injury, and so I had to leave for a couple months from my job, and I was kind of fighting with them because, like, it was like this big fight between my work, because I wanted to be able to come back. You know, I was gone for, like, maybe a month, maybe. Because my back was really thrown out. It was, like, shooting all down my leg. I thought it was a leg injury at first, but no, it's actually referred back pain, because something was all pinched all weird at the lower base of my spine. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to do this segment in part, so soon I'll have to stop. But so I had that injury, and I was telling them that I could come back if I had light duty. And they're like, we don't do light duty, we can't do that, it's not possible, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's like, oh, great. So now they're giving me trouble. So luckily, EI comes on. Oh, and there was this whole thing with workers' comp. Oh, my God, that was a mess and such a pain in the ass, too. Sorry, excuse my French, but seriously. So then there's the EI thing, and so that did kick in, and it helped out. But at the same time, as soon as I got, like, really hurt, you know what I did? I started making my jewelry. I knew that I was selling some very slowly because I wasn't really pushing it. But my Crystal Tree of Lives, those were selling like no problem. My crystal jewelry, you know, like I was making like these bracelets, you know, and all different kinds of crystal jewelry. And so I thought, you know what, if I'm going to be sitting, because I need to sit and have my leg up all in this weird cramped position just to try and be comfortable, well, I might as well do something, right? Do something about it, and hopefully it'll help supplement the income with EI. That's what I was thinking at first. So I'm like, making stuff. So it's like, bye, Daryl, you're going to work. Well, guess what? I'm going to work too, even though, I'm technically not working at my job. I was still working at home. So, yeah. Then I had more fighting with the boss, oh my gosh, and panic, and having that action plan, and it was just like, so that helped at least, because, when that panic sets in, holy crap, you're just like, what do I do? Because what I contribute to our family, like, helps us on a day-to-day, for living, so it helps pay for the car payment and all that kind of stuff, and extra bills. Okay, I'll do part 2 in just a sec here. To be continued.